Master's adherence to truth. Master. To Prankrishna and the others. If a man leads a householder's life, he must have unflagging devotion to truth. God can be realized through truth alone. Formerly I was very particular about telling the truth, though now my zeal has abated a little. If I said, I shall bathe, then I would get into the water of the Ganges, recite the mantra, and sprinkle a little water over my head. But still there would remain some doubt in me as to whether my bath was complete. Once I went to Ram's house in Calcutta. I happened to say, I shall not take any luchi. When I sat down for the meal I felt hungry, but I had said I would not eat the luchi, so I had to fill my stomach with sweets. All laugh, but my zeal for truthfulness has abated a little now. Once I said I would go to the pine grove, but then I felt I had no particular urge to go. What was to be done? I asked Ram about it. He said I didn't have to go. Then I reasoned to myself, well, everyone is Narayana, so Ram, too, is Narayana. Why shouldn't I listen to him? The elephant is Narayana, no doubt, but the Mahiu is Narayana too. Since the Mahiu asked me not to go near the elephant, then why shouldn't I obey him? Through reasoning like this, my zeal for truthfulness is slightly less strong now than before. I find a change coming over me. Years ago Vaishnavcharan said to me, one attains perfect knowledge when one sees God in man. Now I see that it is God alone who is moving about in various forms. As a holy man, as a cheat, as a villain. Therefore I say, Narayana in the guise of the sadhu, Narayana in the guise of the cheat, Narayana in the guise of the villain, Narayana in the guise of the lecher. Now my problem is how I can feed all of you. I want to feed everyone, so I keep one at a time with me and feed him. Prankrishna, looking at M, and smiling, a fine man, indeed. To the master, he would not let us go till we put him ashore. Master, smiling, why? What happened? Prankrishna, he was in our boat. Seeing that the river was slightly rough, he insisted on being put ashore. To M, how did you come? Quote, smiling, on foot. Sri Ramakrishna laughed. Prankrishna. To the master, sir, I am thinking now of giving up my work. One who is involved in activity cannot accomplish anything. Pointing to his companion, I am training him to do my work. After I resign, he will relieve me. Work has become intolerable. Master, yes, work is very troublesome. It is now good for you to meditate on God for a few days in solitude. No doubt you say that you would like to give up your work. Captain said the same thing. Worldly people talk that way, but they don't succeed in carrying out their intention. There are many pundits who speak words of wisdom, but they merely talk. They don't live up to them. They are like vultures, which soar very high but keep their gaze fixed on the charnel pit. What I mean is that these pundits are attached to the world, to woman and gold. If I hear that pundits are practicing discrimination and dispassion, then I fear them. Otherwise I look upon them as mere goats and dogs. Prankrishna saluted the master and took his leave. He said to M, will you come with us? Number, sir, catch me going with you again. Goodbye. Prankrishna laughed and said, I see you won't come in the boat. M took a little stroll near the Panchavati and bathed in the river. Then he went to the temples of Radhakanta and Kali and prostrated himself before the images. He said to himself, I have heard that God has no form. Then why do I bow before these images? Is it because Sri Ramakrishna believes in gods and goddesses with form? I don't know anything about God, nor do I understand him. The master believes in images. Then why shouldn't I too, who am so insignificant a creature, accept them? Looked at the image of Kali. He saw that the Divine Mother holds in her two left hands a man's severed head and a sword. With her two right hands she offers boons and reassurance to her devotees. In one aspect she is terrible, and in another she is the ever-affectionate mother of her devotees. The two ideals are harmonized in her. She is compassionate and affectionate to her devotees, to those who are submissive and helpless. It is also true that she is terrible, the consort of death. She alone knows why she assumes two aspects at the same time. Remembered this interpretation of Kali given by the master. He said to himself, I have heard that Kashyap accepted Kali in Sri Ramakrishna's presence. Is this, as Kashyap used to say, the goddess, all spirit and consciousness, manifesting herself through a clay image? Returned to the master's room and sat on the floor. Sri Ramakrishna offered him some fruit and sweets to eat. On account of trouble in the family, had recently rented a house in another section of Calcutta near his school. His father and brothers continuing to live in the ancestral home. But Sri Ramakrishna wanted him to return to his own home, since a joint family affords many advantages to one leading a religious life. Once or twice the master had spoken to M. to this effect, but unfortunately he had not yet returned to his family. Sri Ramakrishna referred to the matter again. Master, tell me that you are going to your ancestral home. I can never persuade myself to enter that place. Master, why? Your father is making over the whole house. I have suffered too much there. I can by no means make up my mind to go there. Master, whom do you fear? All of them. Master, seriously, isn't that like your being afraid to get into the boat? The midday worship and the offering of food in the temples were over. The bells, gongs, and cymbals of the arati were being played, and the temple garden was filled with joyful activity. Beggars, sadhus, and guests hurried to the guest house for the noonday meal, carrying leaf or metal plates in their hands. Also took some of the prasad from the Kali temple. Sri Ramakrishna had been resting a while after his meal when several devotees, including Ram and Gurindra, arrived. They sat down after saluting the master. The conversation turned to the new dispensation church of Kashyap Chandra Sen. Ram, to the master, Sir, I don't think the Navavedan has done people any good. If Kashyap Babu himself was a genuine man, why are his disciples left in such a plight? I don't think there is anything at all in the new dispensation. It is like rattling some potsherds in a room and then locking it up. People may take it to be the jingling of coins, but inside there is nothing but potsherds. Outsiders don't know what is inside. Master, there must be some substance in it. Otherwise, why should so many people respect Kashyap? Why isn't Shivanath honored as much as Kashyap? Such a thing cannot happen without the will of God.